You know, growing up, most of the stories you read are the stories. So you read a lot of the Old Testament, and these stories of God using normal people to do incredible things. And so getting to see the places where these things happen, like when David defeated Goliath in the Valley of Elah, and getting to see the valley where he did that, or getting to see these locations really brings what you've read to life.
For me, it's really brought the Bible to life. It's brought the gospel to life. And so getting to read about Jesus and his disciples walking along the Sea of Galilee, or even being out on the Sea of Galilee, has been so impactful for me now, because I get to see where these things happen. And it's not just a story anymore. It's not just reading about this place in a different time, that we can actually still be where Jesus stepped and where his disciples stepped and where they did their ministry.
Working with the people here of G's for Jesus and just how dependent they are on prayer. It's just been a reminder for me that in my everyday life I need to be dependent on prayer, and not just that it's something to check off of a list.
One time out in front of Tel Aviv University, there was a girl named Noah, and I asked her if she would participate at the survey. As we got further along into the survey, and it seemed to her that I was there for another reason entirely, seeing that people around me notice a difference in my lifestyle, my walk, my talk. It really shows that I am different.
A big moment for me happened at Ariel University, where I met this young lady who was a religious Jew, as she called herself. And we discussed who Jesus Christ was as Messiah. She told me she didn't believe he was, and she had this doctrine that said, you just kind of believe what is and you take it as is. And I encouraged her to read Daniel chapter 9, Deuteronomy chapter 8, and just see what the Old Testament says about Jesus Christ being the Messiah.
When I was getting really discouraged, and the day before that had been so encouraging, and I hadn't gotten any contacts, and then as soon as we were about to leave, this guy that I had talked to about an hour before came back to me and was like, "Wait, I want to give you my contact. I really want a New Testament." And that was just really cool, because I could tell that he had left and thought about it, and he was really eager when he came back.
So many people who didn't even know what I was talking about. They'd never heard of the New Testament, something that I grew up with. And so it was just really amazing to see that, and to realize that these people, they're just like any unreached people group you might think of in a third world country. Yet this is first world Israel. And so it was really eye-opening to realize the lack of knowledge in regards to Jesus as the Christ.
Group went out on the streets and shared the gospel. And by doing so, they engaged in gospel conversation, and hundreds of gospel conversation using creative means to share and preach the gospel. And all of it, they were able to distribute tracts, gospel tracts. They were able to gather the name and addresses of Israelis who want to know more about Jesus.
And I want to encourage you, if you have the opportunity, if you're an Arkansas collegiate student, you have the opportunity to come and share the gospel here in Israel to the Jewish people who long to hear about the Messiah that has come, Jesus. And so think about it, pray about it, and we'd love to have you join us on this journey.